In the continuation of the population theory, we are going to discuss another population theory, which is really important for the human geography subtopic, population and settlement geography. The topic is optimum population theory. Now, this optimum population theory actually deals with that how much the per capita income of the people should be. But this per capita income should be maintained only according to the size of the population. For example, if the size of the population increases, then the per capita income, according to this theory, will decrease. Or if it is underpopulation, then also the per capita income would be decreased. It means that there has to be a certain definite size of the population in which the per capita income can be maintained. So let's see what this topic is all about and what optimum theory actually says. So it says that it was a reaction to the Malthusian approach. First of all, you have to get it that we have discussed the Malthusian approach in the previous population theory. And if somebody has not seen that video, then you can go back in the playlist and watch that video. So it was a reaction to that. So Malthusian approach always says that more population can lead to overburdening on the food resources. So they were against the more population growth, right? And then come the Professor Robbins, Delton, and Carl Saunders, who have redefined the definition of optimum theory. Apart from that, what else it say? The statement of the theory says, the founders of the theory stated as the given the natural resources, stock of the capital. The first point is stock of the capital, state of the technical knowledge. There will be a definite size of population with per capita income. That means the theory is stating that provided your natural resources are there, the stock of capital is there, right? Stock of capital means the investment, etc., right? Your capital is there. Your state of technical knowledge is there. That means these are the prerequisites. Okay, then only the per capita income theory, which is there in the optimum population theory, will work. So, per capita income part of the theory will only work when you have all this present. First is your natural resources should be present in the country so that there should be efficient use of that with the growing number of people. Then stock of the capital, that stock of the capital, that means the sufficient capital should be there, and state of technical know-how. That means that you should know that how to actually harness the minerals, etc., and use it for the betterment of the people and have economic growth in that. So the population in which it has the highest per capita income is known as optimum population. If there are two cases under this, for example, this is your optimum population. Before that, there will be underpopulation, and then it is overpopulation. These are the three stages, right? If there will be the underpopulation, people or the citizens of this country are not sufficient in handling the abundant resources which are present. Abundant resources which are present in the country. That means there is a wastage of the resources which are present in the country. So now they have the motivation to move from here, underpopulation, and also their per capita income is also not enough. So per capita income is low here. Now they have the motivation to move towards optimum population. Now define size of population which is giving them the maximum per capita income. And next is your overpopulation, which again take you to the underpopulation criteria only. in terms of per capita income, because more people are there to do the same job, your per capita income will decrease again, right? So which is the best possible stage? It is this one, optimum population. Now, what is the criticism of this theory? The criticism is that it is only determining or calculating the performance on the basis of per capita income. That is, it is only determining on the basis of economic factors. Rather, it has not focused on other factors, for example, socio factors, which is also important, political factors, this is also important, social factors, social, it is also important. These factors have been ignored completely, and they're only focusing on the per capita income. This is all about the optimum population theory. And in the next video, we'll discuss some other topic. Thank you so much.